Now, if I look back at the number of days I've spent being at home, which is of course the right thing to be doing right now, well, I think I've pretty much lost count of how many days it has been. It's been going on for so long. However, if you're someone like me who likes being inside a car, who likes going out for drives, who likes to experience the entire idea of driving a car, well, there's not a lot of things that we can do, can we? Well, there is something that we can do, all thanks to gaming, because there are some fantastic driving games out there that can help you scratch that itch of going out for a drive. So here are our top 5 picks of driving games just for you. With that said, the list is in no particular order as the games have been chosen to keep a diversity of driving styles in mind. So make sure you try them all out to find which gameplay style suits you the best. Real Racing 3. This is arguably one of the greatest racing games ever built for a mobile device. At this point in time, the game is 7 years old, but it still has one of the best graphics of current-gen racing games. Its strong point has to be the gameplay experience with over 40 officially licensed circuits at 19 real-world locations, a 43-car grid, and over 250 meticulously detailed cars from manufacturers like Porsche, Bugatti, Chevrolet, Aston Martin and Audi. Plus, there is a real-time multiplayer, social leaderboards, a hub dedicated to Formula 1 and championship events, time trials, night racing, and an innovative time-shifted multiplayer mode which allows you to race the ghosts of lap records set by your friends at different tracks, try to beat their times, and see how your performance stacks up as against the lap times set by your friends. There are over 4,000 events that you can take part in, and the game also features realistic engine noises of over 250 cars that it has. If you like racing and like gaming, then you really have to try this. CSR Racing 2. If racing on the racetrack is not your thing, then perhaps you can try drag racing. And in that respect, there's nothing that comes close to CSR Racing 2. It features over 200 officially licensed vehicles from the world's most desirable car manufacturers from around the world, and the game's biggest USP are its graphics. The CSR Racing 2 features high-definition model of all the cars and has a console-like look to it. You can compete with online players and have a story mode too. You can customize your cars completely, and the game also offers a special augmented reality mode which lets you bring your customized car to life using your smartphone camera and places it in your surroundings. As for realistic gameplay, you get to even tinker around with the car's mechanics, which has a clear impact on how your car performs. Need for Speed No Limits. Well, you cannot talk about a list of racing games and not mention a Need for Speed title. If you want to experience the typical Need for Speed gameplay where you can take some of the most exotic cars in the world, customize them to your liking with lights, wide body kits, wheels, and take them out to the street for racing, then the Need for Speed No Limits is the game for you. The game has over 25 lakh customization combinations to play around with, which means you can really have your car stand out of the crowd. On top of that, the game also has races in the night, which are a visual treat. Accelerate over jumps, around debris, into traffic, against walls, and through high-speed nitro zones. You can also clash with local crews and of course, the cops. At the core of it, Need for Speed No Limits is a true NFS experience. Trucks Off-Road. Now that we have spoken about racing on the racetracks, the drag strip and the streets, there is another very big form of racing that often goes under the radar, and that is off-roading. These games are supposed to offer a different gameplay experience and their own set of challenges too. Like, how would the car perform in mud? And how do different tuning setups affect the gameplay? Trucks Off-Road nails it on that part when it comes to mudding and bogging and clocking fast lap times. In this, you can compete in licensed mud parks in freestyle, circuit racing, drag racing, mud bogging, and open play events, or take on a career mode to earn championship belts. You can get your hands on several different kinds of trucks that get dirtier as you bog through mud. It will get clearer as it goes through water, and there is damage simulation too, just to make things realistic. There's plenty to tinker around with as well, as you can tinker your truck by upgrading mechanical items such as engine blocks, blower for the whistle noise, exhaust, radiators, turbochargers, transmissions. You get the idea. You also have a host of visual customization options as well. All in all, you get everything you need to send it. Project Drift. The only kind of driving experience that is left to talk about is drifting, and when it comes to that, Project Drift takes the cake. The best part about the game is the realistic physics, which can often be confusing too, as there is a learning curve involved with the game, but that also means that the reward is that much sweeter. The game has a very no-nonsense approach to everything. You start the game and you just have a single intro screen and no graphic-intensive videos or animations like other games. The home screen gives you an option to choose between lots of cars, which you will have to buy from the in-game currency, of course. And once you select the car, you have to select between 5 game modes. I spend the most time in career mode though, where you will have to cross 25 levels, wherein you are only allowed a set number of crashes and limited time. These get more difficult as you progress through the game. The tracks are very intriguing to play and it takes some time getting used to it, just like in the real life. And once you do, you are in for a treat.